Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, you're team's not going to benefit at all.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Fielded at about the 28. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 70 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. No.
Mayfield on play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He was brought down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's given us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First carry for Austin Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here's the Chargers defense as they get ready to go again. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it. Break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it. Break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. He's brought down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. They get 2nd and 7 coming up.
He was tackled.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Browns, nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Brought down by Drew.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
to throw on third down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 17.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 36. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield off the play fake. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Browns on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield with it once more. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, Going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
The score, Chargers 17.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. Herbert, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Nick Chubb.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. Oh, man, come on.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They toss it left side to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the... And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more. Try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 23 yards, the final tally. 7 yards, the pickup there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6 man.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going left side here, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Jarvis Landry.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wild card. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wild card game. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They look good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game, and then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team, and that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Chubb. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 38. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Drew.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
Los Angeles.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Herbert now. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball out.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They run it again with Chubb, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
To throw on third down. Herbert, he'll let this go deep. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On third down, Herbert, he'll let this go deep, and this is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Henry Ruggs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker now to add the point after.
For the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a first down as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a quick throw here that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the Chargers.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 38-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. And again, it's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Holding offense.
Got the remote. Let's give him a show. Are you serious, dog?
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
On second down, Swift. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Chargers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vernon on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Chubb on the counter. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, here we go. Minus 57. 57's Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On second down, Eckler. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.